So last year the team was like 9-5. We did this. I think there was one game in between when we did the values, Chris, and got them up in the dressing room and stuff. And then the team went on a heater. Lost one game the rest of the year. Unfortunately, didn't win in the playoffs.
We didn't have any standard though. Guys were taking 2-minute shifts and stuff.
And then you had the conversation about it, and the decision was, how could we create accountability? It's like, put it on the wall, the names were on it, and the next game, literally the next game, was better. But that's because accountability is actually, you guys create the conditions, but it's actually the players holding each other accountable is way more powerful. Think about how many times has your team practiced recognition? How many times have you drilled feedback? Probably never, like every other team. Like how to give each other feedback, like as a player. And so fast forward to this year, and the scores are ridiculous, right? So this is this year versus last year. I'll make it a bit bigger. You guys are absolutely crushing it right now. Like you're doing a lot of great stuff. And so if you think about like the analytics used for gameplay, this is analytics for culture. What you're onto is a system for what your performance culture looks like. Because a lot of this stuff, it's repetitive. It doesn't matter who the players are. It doesn't matter who the coaches are. Some will do it better, which clearly you guys are doing. So, spoiler alert, there's a lot of really good stuff you're doing. So I just want you to understand how ridiculous these scores are. I do a lot of this, and I think it's awesome to keep wanting to do better. But these culture scores, what you guys have managed to do so far is exceptional. What do you think are the biggest opportunities? Like you're saying, these scores are super high. You've already got, based on our experience, exceptional culture. We want to preserve that. You also think you can take it to another level. So if you think about the culture of this team, and how to get players and the team to perform to its potential, what else could you do?
The hands down thing that I want to more than anything is guys being as excited for their teammates' success as their own. And that when you get that, your team flourishes.
I think the biggest thing here is I can't predict winning. What I can predict with this is that if you keep this up and if you're able to even take it to another level, you will definitely have your team playing to its potential, which is obviously very good.
I just want to be right at the right moment, down the stretch. Been on enough teams. This is what worries me is I've never been on out of 10 championships I've been part of, never been the number one seed. Right. It's we've always been the team that hit the mark at the right time, where I'm almost need us to run into some adversity, and this week seems like it might be the one for it. Yeah. But I want to control the things we can control.
Yeah, I was fortunate to coach in the Western League for 17 years. In that time, I worked for a lot of different organizations. I was lucky enough to get helping out with the World Junior team one year too as an assistant coach. I kind of stepped back for a bit and I kind of found a niche outside of hockey, doing some other things for work. But the whole time I was kind of gone, there was something missing, for me, something that's been really kind of near and dear to me. I played quite a bit. I played one game professionally with the Oilers, and so it's been a part of my life. I knew this year, I wanted to try and get back into something, and it just worked out that Dave and I were able to hook up. And obviously, I remember Dave as a player in the Western League. I coached against him. Actually, and Jim Vandermeer and Anthony Ass too. All of them played. I coached against all of them. And I said, listen, I've got some time. I want to. And then he was right away. He said, listen, we're all first-year coaches. We could use some mentoring from you on the coaching side of things, and some of the instincts that I have to help them. And so it was instantly, let's do this. We've got a great staff, and it's fun, and we enjoy it. And I think with all the experience that we all have, I think it's been a great benefit to the team and the players. I think the players are going to gain a lot from having us as a group helping them out. One thing that's really good about the coaching staff is we all believe in the same thing, so there's no difference in opinion when it comes to how we think we should play, which is really important for the message to the guys. The routine of working hard every day, taking advantage of your practices, the gym and working out and doing everything to try and get better. There's no days off. You take advantage of the time you get and the opportunity you get on the ice or the gym or whatever, and you try to make yourself better. The way Dave played, he was pretty intense on the ice, and I could see that him bringing that into his coaching style, which, helps these players out as well. Dave's super competitive. And we all are. That's one of the things as coaches, is you don't lose that competitive edge just because now you're a coach. You stay competitive and you try to instill that in the players and in a constructive way that's going to help the team and help them be successful as individuals. So I'm really, really enjoying the kids, enjoying the staff. It's been a really, really positive thing for me so far.
Shall now take you to the red carpet as we have one more Hockey Fights Cancer night here tonight for the White Rock Whalers. And for this ceremonial face-off, it will be the Rutherford family. Head coach David Rutherford, as well as Tracy, his mom, Cece, his daughter, and Amy, his wife, all here to drop this ceremonial puck in honor and remembrance of his father, Kelly, who unfortunately lost his fight to cancer many years ago. And Captain Wendell Adriano presents David Rutherford with his very own number 91 Hockey Fights Cancer jersey for the whole Rutherford family of Amy, Tracy, Cece, and David Rutherford.
Something to think about tonight, right? Like, a lot of reasons to play hockey, a lot of things that drive us, right? We're a good team. Tonight, though, you're all probably playing for someone that you know. For me, I lost my dad to cancer. My mom had cancer, right? Tonight, play for them, okay? Be hard to play against. Fight like hell, okay? Let's be disciplined. And when we do that, we can play 4 lines, right? That's how we want to be here.
Stretch pass intended for Strand, won't connect, although Strand finds the rebound and scores! If at first you don't succeed, try again! Andrew Strand will pick up that loose puck and shovel it over Lucas Schultz. Now Muxlow off to the races, might have a breakaway for the Pilots. Muxlow, Deek scores! And that's a beautiful individual effort from Porter Muxlow, who takes it end to end to tie this game at 1 apiece. Now McDonald one-on-one scores! And out of absolutely nowhere, White Rock steal the puck, and Nico McDonald has tied this game at 2. Abbotsford looking to try and steal and get a lead. They do just that! Scores! Preston Muxlow takes it away from the defender. And now both Muxlow brothers have a goal in this contest. 16 seconds left in the first, and Abbotsford regain the 1-goal advantage.
We talked about a little bit of adversity. Great, we got some now, right? Our chance, 40 minutes here. Got to come out. Let's win this period, get back to even, and then the third, we'll take it over.
These kids are still, from our perspective, still have a lot to learn about how to play the game properly for 60 minutes. There's some games in this first half that we won that we didn't play that great, and teaching the kids sometimes not necessarily what the result's important, it's about how you play and how you're going to go out and get that result. And that's the biggest challenge when you come from minor hockey, and most of the guys their idea of having a good game is how many points did they get. Well, we don't really look at that. The one thing that we can control is our work ethic, and we want to make sure that the guys know that that's the one thing we can outwork teams. And if we do that on every given night, and we do it in a smart way when we're playing on the ice, that we give ourselves a good chance to be successful every night.
An early chance here for the Whalers on the outside. Adriano to the net. Schultz keeps it out. There's a penalty called here, and they score on the rebound. Robbins puts it in. The net was off its moorings by this point. The referees are going to check this out. We'll see what the final call is. No goal. Wow. So it's not going to stand. That does come as a surprise to me, I will admit.
What's the ruling? That too much time passed?
Yeah, so
Like on the videos, he's got like 6 seconds to get set.
the net's off.
You're calling, so the reason it's not in is because.
It's because it's not an immediate scoring chance and the net was off.
Okay,
The net's
that's different than what I.
The net's off when your guy crashes in immediately.
Okay.
On the original chance.
That's
the net
fine.
comes
I thought
off.
you were saying because the goalie didn't get set. The goalie just sat there.
No. Yeah, it's because the
Yeah.
net's off.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Now behind the net, stolen by the Whalers again. They're fighting for it in the blue paint. It's in. They score. And White Rock regain their 1-goal lead on a hectic play in the blue paint. Fended off in front, now Kovac from a sharp angle scores! It's far down for Hollywood Kovac! And roll the tape because the star has arrived! It's 5-3 White Rock!
We know they're going to cheat. They need a couple goals. They've already been cheating. We've done a good job. We don't need another goal, but you're going to get chances if you make sure you keep them in the right position, right? Do the right things, and we'll close this out. Third periods have notoriously been our best. Let's make sure we close this game down, right?
Atwell couldn't hang on, and now Koji Johnson plays it to Rhett Sias out of the box, shoots, scores! Rhett Sias out of the box and onto the score sheet. He'll cut this lead to 1. It's 5-4.
No room for error on this. Puck's in, right? We know they're good. We can't let anyone behind us here, okay? Hey, 9 miles, do a job here. 9 miles, do a job.
Wells and Charpentier, two big bodies. They're tough to dislodge. Parker Scott gets it, shoots, scores! And the shot from the blue line is stopped by Landon Garbett, but the rebound's tapped home by Preston Muxlow, and the Abbotsford Pilots have tied this game with 4:10 left to play.
Hey, man on man, right? Yeah, be aware of that. Man on man, right? Everywhere. Details matter here, right?
Pilots start out with first possession in overtime. Scott leads the way. Scott angles through the team, shoots, scores! And just like that, it's over! Parker Scott wins it in overtime for the Abbotsford Pilots, and they surmount an improbable victory to take down the White Rock Whalers for just their second loss of the year.
What's our main talking point here? Like, it's hard. There's like some guys that played really well tonight. Our neutral zone there. We know what we need to do. Why are you trying to go right up the middle? We haven't practiced that once. The details tonight were not good enough. Not in the third. Okay, like we talk about closing out games and doing things the right way. Like tonight, like there was some like good stuff. That third period was atrocious. Like guys just on the wrong side of the pucks. Guys like not putting pucks in. Like we said it. We didn't need another fucking goal. Like what was like how hard is that to understand? Like why are we cheating for it? Like do we really need fucking points that badly? Like you think one extra point's gonna be the difference to try and get you to the next level? But I'll tell you this, you guys fucking shut off right now. That third period, you guys shut your whole brains off. It was brutal.
Tonight we were not good enough. I actually thought we had a really good week of practice as a whole, and then you guys just turned off the gas. They're celebrating in there like they won the bloody Stanley Cup. You can hear it echoing through everything. Disappointed with that third. You got to work out now. Make sure you get it in. We only got a few others. I know some guys didn't want to work out tonight. In this program, we work out when we get chances. Make sure you do your workout.
How's it going, man? Go on.
As a coach, you want players to move on to the next level. We want to try and teach these guys and give them an opportunity to learn the game so that they have those chances. So they have those, if one does come, that they can step in and play and understand the game and be able to contribute on teams at a higher level. And that's part of what we're trying to do here too, is help these guys become good, solid citizens. And regardless of where they can take the hard-working skills and they can translate that into the next job they get. And just the dedication, some things you have to have, the teamwork, and all those things that in order to be a good team player, they all translate into and can work into any kind of work situation that you're going to go into. So, it's funny, I've done lots of different hiring for different jobs and stuff, and as soon as I see two equal people, and one's played a lot of team sports and the other one hasn't, I'm picking the guy that's played the team sports, just because you know that they can work with other people and they understand that everybody has a role to play. Learn the things that we're trying to teach you. You're going to be successful at no matter what you do, not just hockey, but in life. After you leave, the same lessons you learn here, you can apply to anything that you do later in life.